special debate. Could humanity survive a zombie outbreak? And who would ultimately prevail? Joining us are 4 distinguished experts. Dr. Elizabeth Carter, neurologist and expert in brain function and cognition.
Hello.
Dr. Marcus Fields, biologist specializing in human survival under extreme conditions.
Hello.
Professor Malcolm Graves, researcher in reanimation science and quantum theory.
Hi.
And Dr. Alice Bennett, neurologist with a focus on quantum biology and neural reanimation.
Hello, and thank you.
Let's begin with the fundamentals. Dr. Carter, is a zombie outbreak even scientifically plausible?
Thank you. From a neuroscientific standpoint, the traditional concept of a zombie outbreak is biologically implausible. Once the brain is deprived of oxygen, it undergoes rapid necrosis. The idea that a reanimated corpse could function without metabolic processes supporting cognition or motor control contradicts everything we know about neurobiology. Even if we imagine a pathogen, perhaps viral or prion-based, inducing hyperaggression and reduced cognition, the body would still require ATP production, synaptic function, and neurotransmitter activity. Without a circulatory or metabolic system, the so-called zombie would be incapable of coordinated movement beyond reflexive spasms.
I agree with Dr. Carter. For a biological survival perspective, zombies would be severely limited. Decomposition begins rapidly after death. Environmental exposure, microbial action, and scavengers would accelerate decay. Without a functioning immune system, zombies would be vulnerable to breakdown within days. Humanity, on the other hand, is remarkably adaptable. Our cognitive capacity, innovation, and ability to organise would give us a decisive edge.
Professor Graves, your response?
Dr. Carter and Dr. Fields present compelling arguments, but they rely on conventional biology. My research explores quantum biology and necroanimation. Quantum consciousness suggests information persistence beyond neural death. If a pathogen could manipulate subatomic energy states within neurons, an organism might remain active without traditional metabolism. We see rudimentary versions of this in cryonics, tardigrades, and bacterial spores. Reflex arcs and residual electrical activity persist post-mortem. If a pathogen, or nanotechnology, could harness these systems, zombies might retain minimal motor control. Moreover, quantum entanglement opens the possibility of non-local transmission. Infection might not require direct contact, making containment nearly impossible.
Indeed, quantum biology is a rapidly emerging field. Quantum coherence in photosynthesis shows how organisms can transfer energy with extraordinary efficiency. If a pathogen exploited quantum coherence, zombies might require minimal energy and exhibit prolonged functionality. This could defy conventional decomposition rates and create a persistent threat.
Dr. Fields, how do you respond to the idea of quantum-enhanced zombies?
Quantum coherence in biology is fascinating, but applying it to reanimated corpses stretches plausibility. Even with quantum enhancements, biological systems still obey thermodynamic laws. Energy must come from somewhere. Without metabolism, a zombie would quickly run out of fuel. And randomness introduced by quantum effects doesn't equate to intelligence. Humans excel at pattern recognition and adaptive strategy, even against unpredictable threats.
Exactly. Quantum effects in biology are observed in highly specialised systems, not in decaying tissue. Tardigrades and spores survive by entering dormant states, not reanimating after death. Even if motor function persisted, decomposition would render zombies structurally useless. Muscles degrade, tendons fail, and exposure accelerates breakdown. Humans, with superior problem-solving and military capability, would contain the threat.
You're assuming biological constraints apply uniformly. If reanimation follows a synthetic biological or quantum model, decay could be slowed or reversed. Nanite repair mechanisms or viral scaffolding could sustain function indefinitely. And human civilization is fragile. Urban centers would become infection hubs. Panic, misinformation, and infrastructure collapse would amplify the threat. History shows we're more likely to fracture than unite under pressure.
Exactly. A quantum-infused zombie threat could destabilize society. Our dependence on infrastructure, susceptibility to psychological strain, and lack of survival skills in urban populations make us vulnerable. Zombies wouldn't need intelligence, just persistence.
Let's move to tactics and adaptability. Would human ingenuity offer a survival advantage?
Absolutely. Humans innovate rapidly under pressure. We'd learn to fortify, evade, and counteract the threat. Even fragmented human civilization can regroup and adapt. Zombies, no matter how resilient, remain instinctual and predictable. Our strategic thinking would prevail.
And we mustn't forget the role of science. Vaccines, containment strategies, and coordinated defence would emerge quickly. Our institutions, while imperfect, are capable of rapid response.
But consider prolonged psychological strain. The COVID-19 pandemic showed how misinformation and mistrust can disrupt coordinated responses. A quantum-enhanced zombie outbreak could erode resilience and cohesion, leading to societal collapse.
And if the infection spreads non-locally, traditional epidemiology fails. The threat becomes existential, not just biological.
Final thoughts. Who wins?
Humans. Science, strategy, and environmental decay would neutralise zombies over time. Our adaptability and intelligence give us the edge.
Agreed. Biology favours humanity. Zombies, even quantum-enhanced, remain fundamentally constrained.
Zombies. The initial spread would be catastrophic. Quantum transmission and infrastructure collapse would overwhelm human defenses.
Zombies could persist longer than expected. Human survival depends entirely on rapid adaptation, something easily undermined by fear and chaos.
A compelling debate indeed. Now, let's open the floor to audience questions. Helen Mitchell, biology graduate.
Dr. Bennett, you claim quantum biology could allow zombies to conserve energy efficiently. But how realistic is it that a pathogen could spontaneously evolve such a precise quantum mechanism?
Excellent question. Spontaneous evolution of quantum systems is unlikely. However, quantum coherence already exists in nature. Birds use it for navigation, plants for photosynthesis. A hypothetical engineered pathogen or biological accident could exploit these pathways. While speculative, it's not impossible.
But those systems evolved over millions of years. Expecting such complexity to emerge rapidly in a pathogen is biologically implausible. Natural selection doesn't work at lightning speed.
Evolution is slow and specific. Quantum systems in nature are highly refined. A sudden leap to functional quantum reanimation is not supported by biological precedent.
Unless the pathogen isn't natural. If engineered, by accident or design, it could bypass evolutionary constraints entirely.
Professor Derek Lim, quantum physicist.
Dr. Fields, considering humanity's history of panic and infighting during crises, don't you think Dr. Bennett is right about societal collapse?
Valid concern. But history also shows remarkable cooperation during existential threats. Crisis often provokes unity. Biological constraints on zombies would allow time for adaptation and organisation.
We've seen communities rally during disasters. Human resilience is underestimated. Our capacity for innovation and collaboration is our greatest asset. Evolution is slow and specific. Quantum systems in nature are highly refined. A sudden leap to functional quantum reanimation is not supported by biological precedent.
Yet, recent events show how quickly misinformation and division can disrupt responses. A quantum zombie threat could erode resilience faster than we expect.
And if the threat is persistent and unpredictable, psychological fatigue could fracture even the most organized societies.
Dr. Yasmin Malik, neuroscientist.
Dr. Bennett, Zombies traditionally have impaired cognitive functions. Even with quantum enhancements, wouldn't their lack of higher brain function make them predictable?
Traditionally, yes, but quantum effects could introduce stochastic behavior, seemingly random patterns that complicate defense strategies. Predictability could vanish.
Randomness doesn't equal intelligence. Humans adapt even to unpredictable threats. Instinctual predators remain manageable.
And we'd learn quickly. Pattern recognition is a human strength, even in chaos.
Unless quantum randomness mimics strategic behavior, then the threat becomes far more complex.
And finally, Daniel Rivers, survivalist trainer.
Dr. Fields, given our reliance on complex infrastructure, wouldn't a prolonged zombie threat cripple humanity through resource scarcity?
Supply chain collapse is a real risk, but humans are resourceful. We've transitioned to simpler subsistence before. The more biologically limited the zombie, the shorter the acute phase, allowing quicker recovery.
And decentralized survival strategies, local farming, renewable energy, could mitigate collapse.
Urban populations lack survival skills. A prolonged quantum threat would overwhelm coping strategies. Resource depletion and psychological strain could tip the balance.
And if zombies persist indefinitely, recovery may never come. Humanity could fragment beyond repair.
Thank you to our audience members and panelists for the insightful discussion. Clearly, while biology favours humanity, the theoretical possibilities introduced by quantum biology challenge our assumptions significantly. This debate leaves much for us all to ponder about the delicate balance between resilience, innovation, and the unknown. Who knows what the future may bring?